Fly past Earth this year is coming soon, and it's huge. We're going to talk about that and much more. We have, I believe, 15 viewer-submitted sightings tonight. This is Unidentified Friday. All right, what is going on, guys? It is Adam, a.k.a. Marf, and this is Marfoogle News. To get right into it, largest asteroid to fly past Earth this year is coming soon, and it is huge. The largest asteroid known to be passing Earth is this year, and will also be one of the fastest rocks to cruise past our planet. We talked about this the other night. It says, before you panic, just know this, though it's been classified as a potentially hazardous asteroid because of its size and frequency of passing near Earth, but there's no risk of impact according to Earth's sky. Asteroid 2001 F032 is approximately 0.6 miles in diameter, has been compared to the length of the Golden Gate Bridge, although it's not as quite as long. It says if you're thinking that's impressive, the rock that will be cruising through space at about 76,000 miles per hour, or about 21 miles per second. That is pretty incredible. I believe that could cross the United States in a matter of about a minute. I'm pretty sure might even be faster than that. By comparison, Earth Sky reports our planet travels around the sun about 18 miles per second. So that's pretty incredible. Anyways, getting into it, my name is Adam, a.k.a. Marf, and this is Marfoogle News. If you've never been here before, this is a live call-in show. Tonight is a specific kind of show. We are going to make sure that we try to do these only on Fridays, so then, of course, the rest of our viewers know that Fridays are for this, as far as anything paranormal, UFO sightings, or videos of that nature. We have on our website, marfooglenews.com, an actual platform for you guys to upload videos. In fact, if you go up to the top, it says play my video. You can actually reach it by marfooglenews.com/play my video. And if you have a sighting or something that you want to share with folks, please go there and we will show it here on the show. This tab is actually how you get there, and once you see, you'll get to this page and submit it. So anyways, it's not just UFO sightings. You can submit all sorts of things, military stuff, any kind of range of that, or you can make up your own category. If you've never been here before, nothing in the show should be considered legal, medical, or financial advice. The views of the callers can differ considerably and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of myself, Dex, or anyone else on the show. You should always do your own research and consult with professionals. The internet is full of fake news, so please take everything with a grain of salt. With that out of the way, if you're not getting notifications, make sure to get ours. You can actually get our push notifications directly from our website. Just go to marfooglenews.com. You can also sign up for email alerts. And if you want to follow along, all of the callers, tonight we're going to have callers and videos. These are viewer-submitted videos. Everything is going to be on our website. So you can actually go to our website and see every single video that we're going to show you here tonight. We have a bunch. Again, you can go to this. You'll see the thumbnail. It's very easy to navigate. Look for unidentified viewer-submitted sightings. We even put the date on there as requested. Again, Freaky Friday viewer videos. When you click on that, you'll see all of the viewer videos here so you can investigate yourself. If you think something doesn't look right, well, go take a peek at it yourself. Again, all of the videos are here for you to watch in your spare time. If you want to go back through tomorrow, or if you want to sit on the toilet and watch these, you can do so. All right, we're going to introduce Dex. Dex is my co-host. He'll also be on the phones tonight. Dex is my internet brother. What is going on, Dex, and how are you doing tonight?
Well, hello, Adam, and hello.
Them, as painful as that might be, because, of course, there was constructive criticism, and sometimes constructive criticism, it can kind of look like just taking jabs. Some of them were just taking jabs, but most of them actually care about how this show is run and how our community is. And I got a lot of really great things, and I've told... some people ask me for advice, and it's actually kind of hard to give smaller channels advice because sometimes it requires something that they don't have. They don't have the ability to listen to other suggestions, or they don't want to be told that, hey, you're just doing it wrong. or you're just not, you need to completely change your channel. I've seen a couple channels recently that said, hey, check out my channel. I don't know why I'm not growing. But yet they don't, it was, in particular, it was a channel that just did kind of 15-second slideshows. That may be great if you're sharing it with friends and family, or for another platform, but for YouTube, it's not really how you break through. Again, there's a lot of advice I would give, but I don't want to be rude. And that's why I say I accept negative criticism. I accept positive criticism. I accept all criticism. And I've done that since day one. We are in a delicate position right now because we are trying to balance making a platform of our own. And it's actually kind of, it's hard because we do work with affiliates and things like this, and we have to kind of balance this show out. There was a few things that I heard that were just really big there, and one of them was how to navigate the show, and they didn't want, of course, a bunch of shout-outs, this and that. So we're going to try to balance things out so there's timing. So it's going to take some time, but again, keep checking in because we're going to try to fix it. I think that it does require fixing. A lot of people that say, it's your show, run it how you like. That's not always the way. I do pay attention to what people say, and I do realize that sometimes I might not see something that's wrong with my own show unless I actually listen. And if 10 people are saying the same thing, then I need to listen instead of being a dummy thinking I know how to do everything. I've never thought that about my show, and I've always improved it and changed it along with suggestions from others. I want to do a lot of things in the future. We want to work with creators. I want to get some creators on the show. I've already talked to a few now already. Having segments, have them come in and do spots, having them do minute clips. Somebody like Alaska Prepper coming in and doing a prepper tip every day, a 60-minute video that we play, something like that. Having some of our mods or some of you write articles for the website. There's a lot to come. On top of that, though, you guys have to realize that we do spend money, and we are spending more money to actually try to build a platform. And the reason why we're doing that is because all the free platforms are basically disappearing. Again, for the stuff that we want to use those platforms for. So, with that in mind, we have to have that balance. And, people don't like seeing affiliates or anything like that. But just keep in mind, if I pick an affiliate, it's because I think, one, they'll help you, or two, they might possibly save your life at some point. If you've watched for a long enough time, you know that I never asked for the first year and never asked for a single dime until I brought other people onto the channel and, got to the point where, hey, I've got staff now. That's when we started doing affiliates, and the affiliates are a very important thing. So without further ado, we'll talk about it later. But again, I wanted to address it because your feedback did not fall back on deaf ears. I am listening to you, and I 100% hear you, and I love you guys, and I want this to be something great. And that will require me working with you and making sure that you are a part of this just as much as everybody. And I mean every single person watching here. So thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for your feedback, whether positive or negative. I listen, and I'm making sure to try to take it. All right. With that out of the way, again, if you guys have suggestions how we can try to come up with funds for the show and not do ads or things like that, I would love to do it because we need to make our own platform, and it's not going to be easy. So I am open to suggestions. All right. Comment below, and in fact, comment below on YouTube if you have suggestions. Again, I'd love to hear. All right, so let's get into the video straight across. Dex, you're here to pop into. You guys can call in at 224-400-MARF. That number is actually going to scroll right here on this black line. I'll make sure to remind you of this here in a second. 224-400-MARF or 2244-006273. All right, let's get into the first video, and then we're going to be taking some calls and have a fun time. And then I'm going to pop over to chat after the first video here. Let's see here. And then I have a couple more asteroids to talk about. We have actually three.
What in the world is that? Look at it. Oh my gosh.
So just to make sure people know, this is a viewer video, never sent in or never seen, and I bet you that there's other videos of this event because this was the South Florida sky in 2015. Now, what do you guys think this was? Do you think this was SpaceX? Do you think this was a Trident missile test like we just had? Or do you think it was something else? We've seen a lot of these lately, actually.
That is insane.
Imagine catching that on your phone.
Holy crap.
Well, seeing it in person.
What in the world is it?
Now, that was sent in by Tanya L., who, again, 0 subscribers, never just, made this channel, obviously, to upload that. Pretty incredible. As you can see, it's a 5-year-old cell phone, so the quality wasn't amazing. In fact, it's kind of crazy to think about that. Cell phones, even the camera quality, just in the last couple of years, has gone up so much. But imagine seeing that in person. I can only think, what their story is, official story is, versus, what it really could be or what it possibly isn't. All right. Again, make sure to call. If you have an unidentified call, make sure to call during the unidentified shows. And if you have a political call, make sure to call during the rest of the week. All right. And let's see here. I saw an angel, then 2 lights. This was sent in by Scaled to Thee. Again, Scaled to Thee. Okay, so this looks exactly like the meteors we've been seeing, by the way. Now, I don't know if it was this one or the 3rd or 4th one. We're going to see something that is actually pretty crazy. I would highly recommend you going and watching that video on your own computer, though, because there is something that I see that I don't see on my secondary monitor, which is kind of what he's talking about with the angel. And then before I go to this next video, which is, I believe it's the video right after this, which even Dex was pretty amazed, and we were both scratching our heads. First off, I'm going to hit this real quick. In 2029, we'll get a flyby from this asteroid. Now, you guys, if you don't know about Apophis, this is just a short description of it. It says, have you ever been happy to find out that you made a mistake? We're sure glad NASA's calculations in 2004 were a bit off. Back then, their calculations showed that a big asteroid named Apophis could impact Earth in 2029. Now that the corrections have been made, we can use this close, but not dangerously close flyby to learn more about the asteroid and the space. Okay, so just to remind you, Apophis was supposed to hit according to their original findings, and then they changed it later to say that it's not. I want to remind you as well of the stuff that we've been talking about as far as how all of a sudden we had the Space Force implemented. We had all of these asteroid missions. Now, why would they be doing all sorts of missions around asteroids? Why would they also make a grid of hypersonic sensing Starlink satellites, which, are for internet, but oh wait, they forgot to tell you, which they just announced a few days ago, that those are also for sensing extremely high-speed objects such as hypersonic missiles and possibly even faster objects like an asteroid that's going 76,000 miles per hour. Why was Sunspot shut down? Why were all these weird things that happened? And it wasn't just Sunspot, it was all these different ones. And why did CV shut down all sorts of world telescopes at one point for a matter of 4 or 5 months? I want to say even 6 months. All of the world's telescopes were shut down, even though a lot of them can be run by one person. If there's room for one person, then I don't understand the whole distancing thing. I don't get why you would even need that. In fact, most of them are run by computer, and one person can do everything there. Now, there are some that need multiple people and janitors and people and maintenance people and all sorts, but there are several that are key to the protection of our planet, supposedly, that can be run by one, and some of those were even shut down. They said that they were keeping the lights on at some of the main ones that were protecting. Meanwhile, you had one of the main telescopes actually crash and burn, the big one, which Dex, I'm not thinking of the name right now. Arecibo. The Arecibo telescope just totally crashed out. All sorts of weird things happening to these telescopes and weird shutdowns. So on top of that, why would you spend millions, if not billions of dollars on all of these asteroid missions? Well, most people would say, because they're going to mine them and they're going to do all this, even though we don't really have the technology to move much material at all yet. Why would they be doing all of these missions to asteroids? I don't know, maybe because they're testing and figuring out ways to slow down asteroids, to speed them up. Even Japan's, they're a little bit more public about it. They even tried to impact one. They tried to hit it. And then they even publicly said that part of these tests is to see if we can move asteroids. So why are they doing that? Why did they do a NASA simulation with FEMA in New York of an asteroid hitting New York? And of course, it terribly failed. That simulation basically said that everybody in New York was a goner because they failed, their simulated, I believe it was a complete and utter evac of New York because of this thing, right? So why are they doing all that? Why are the elites all leaving their posts? Why are they starting space nations like Asgardia? All of these elites doing these things. It makes you think. So one of the feedbacks that I did get, and one thing that I do want to point out is if you're new here, we have called out previous things. One thing, if you're not new here, people get mad if I say, "Hey, we called this. We called the pandemic." In fact, we did a whole month of telling you that one was coming just 3 or 4 months before it started. People say we're patting ourselves on the back. We're not doing that to say we were right. We're doing that so new viewers can understand that if we say something now, we hope that they prepare for that. Especially with the amount of military in our group, sometimes we can't just out and say something, but we're going to put the writing on the wall very strongly for you. That's why we point it out. And, again, that is the one thing that gets me, because we do have to establish and make sure that people know that we do have a track record of calling things. And that track record isn't because we have a crystal ball. It's because we have great people like you on the other side of the screen. We have veterans. We have active and retired military. We have lots of great people in this. And it's they are the ones that you guys should be proud of, not us. So again, we're patting them on the back every time we do that. So I hope that people understand that I'm not letting this go. People said, China. China is a prediction that I am 99.9% sure that we are going to have an interaction with China, on top of many other things. I believe that the entire world is going to change. And if you do as well, comment below. I would love to hear it. I'm going to go over to the chat right now, and then we're going to go over to some more videos. We have a lot of videos to go through, so we'll get into it. Thank you guys for supporting. He's not my prez says methods and RP made Foxhole app platform. Contact them. Oh, well, thank you again. I appreciate the suggestion. Crypto King or Crypt King, thank you so much. Keep doing good stuff. I appreciate that. I love Dashan says, wish I could do more. Really love the show and Vault 111 moving to Indiana. Hey, good luck with that vault. I really do appreciate you guys, and I do appreciate everybody here. All right, and then again, over on YouTube, thank you, Chronically Dysfunctional Jennifer Backwith, for supporting us last one out on the last show. This one, again, it says, asteroid bigger than Elon Musk's SpaceX rocket to collide with Earth's orbit. Now, it says an asteroid that has the potential to be bigger than Elon Musk's SpaceX rocket is set to collide with Earth's orbit on Wednesday. Now, Dex pointed out, too, is I've said for 3 years, it's like they're not original as far as the writers of these articles always come up with some object that it is the size of. They find out how big it is, and then they Google search how big something is, and they put it in the title. They've done like Big Ben, the asteroid's the size of Big Ben like 50 times. The most interesting one I saw was the size of a mega shark. It was a megalodon mega shark. And it's like, why would you use something that no one's ever seen as something for reference so people can get the idea of how big it is? It's like, well, this rock, just to put it in reference for you, is the size of a dodo bird. Okay, what size was a dodo bird? I guess the same size as the dodo writer. A National Aeronautics and Space Administration, NASA, is tracking a giant space rock 2019 YP5 through its Center for Near-Earth Object Studies. It says it's estimated to fly past Earth on February 10th, 2021. Again, this has already happened, right? Dex, I believe this has already happened, and again, this one was how... okay, so this one, it was how did they exasperate it? How did they kind of sensationalize this actual meteor? They actually said they compared it to Elon and did that for this. So this was more of a point to prove. In fact, I think I'm going to go back to this in a second here because it's going to come into play. And then again, this first one, the big, huge, giant one, all of these are going to come into play here soon. As far as Apophis, what if they are actually wrong? What if they're not even wrong? What if they were right the first time and they're not telling us? What if they basically said, hey, we have to coordinate and say, hey, our original numbers were wrong. But what if they're not? Would that make a lot more of this stuff that they're doing make sense? Would it not make sense that why Bezos is leaving Amazon to go focus all of his time on his rocket ship endeavors? That, again, if you remember, he was just taking money out of his pocket from Amazon and funding it himself. So he's not making money at this point. He's putting money out. Do you think it's that he's so passionate about traveling to the moon? I guess I want people to see where are these elites spending their time and money, and why are they spending their time and money? Do they think that this is the future? How much money can you have? Somebody like Bezos has enough money to own the world. I mean, is he a power-hungry, kind of leader that wants all this power and fame? Doesn't seem like it. It seems like I don't know. Bezos isn't like Gilly, Mr. Gilly Bates there. He's not like him. He's not. I don't see him doing so much of the stuff that this Microsoft dude is. Like, I need to be involved in pretty much the entire world changing. With him, it's like you use examples like that and you're like, what do they want to do? It seems really, really funky. Anyways. Just nutso. Okay, we're going to show you another video. This is from a mustard seed. Again, the channel is called A Mustard Seed. Great Foogle fam member. What went through that? What causes these angles? Okay, so have you guys seen clouds like this? Because I have. In fact, every time I see something like that, I usually take pictures. There's also the negative trails where it's not actually a trail, it's clouds and then a negative trail through it. How many of you can actually relate to these pictures?
And this morning sky, after a front moved through, and the little airplane going through. This is later during the day. All the plane forts. And even one still going over there. I don't know if you can just, yeah. It's going along. I'm taking these from the same location. Sorry, caught my headphones.
By the way, so Joseph Johnson said, "What the F happened to the moon? No show, day or night." I thought that comment was weird because I haven't seen it in a few days. I believe it will come back out. But again, it's kind of weird when you go like a week without seeing the moon. At least here, I haven't.
This just came by right after I turned off the other video. It's probably landing in Grumman, which isn't that far away.
I don't know if that's a Hercules or not. Can't really tell the size from that far. Remember, you can call in at 2244-00-MARF.
This is later the same day.
Incredible. Look at that. Look at those. You basically have tic-tac-toe in the sky. Sorry, I just saw. Even when the camera moved, this thing almost looked like something.
There's a senior center across the way. And
look at that trail right in front of this. Is that not like... Wait a second.
playing bingo
Okay.
in their car.
That was a flare.
That's what all that is. It's so cute.
Look at that. Look at that trail. Specifically, this one right in front of the sun.
There's a senior center across the way, and they're playing bingo.
Look at that. That came out of something. I mean, one thing that I don't get is why. How do people not understand that this isn't natural? They should know that by now. But then they go, oh, well, you know, it happens all the time. Now it's so plain sight that people just accept that and have thought that this is how it's always been. It's not.
Go in their cars. That's what all that is. It's so cute.
Great video. That was A Mustard Seed. A Mustard Seed sent that in, a Foogle fan member. And then, let's see here. It says, broken through the trails, angle clouds mixed in with poof clouds. The stills in the first minute are from the videos that follow. 212 is the plane flying through the Grumman. It says the sun and the trails are kind of odd. Sun sort of sun-doggy. This one is a trip. Okay, so both Dex and I thought that this was a trip. It says, what was this flying over Aurora, Colorado? And I love how you guys labeled some of these. A lot of you guys are doing a really awesome job trying to make awesome videos. Here you go. The Mile High Guy actually has 700 subscribers. I do not believe we've ever love mobbed. So this is somebody who is actively actually working at their channel. So make sure to go check this person out. Again, what was flying over Aurora, Colorado? It says the date was January 31st, 2021, so at the end of last month. Stepped outside today, looked up, and didn't know what I was seeing. I was hoping you could figure it out. I have a few guesses as what it could be, but what I have never seen anything like this before. It says I have the raw video, but it is too large to send through email. I have uploaded my video to YouTube channel where I have the completely produced video up if you want to take a look at it. I have also contacted 9 News in Denver, and they have told me that many people have reported the same event we saw in the sky today. They are in touch with the FAA to find out what possibly it was. My girlfriend is a huge fan of your channel and watches you all the time, and she suggested that I send this in to you. Thanks for taking the time to look at this. So this is a good one. So again, thank you to, you didn't mention your girlfriend's name, but thank you, and a big shout out to you guys. Mile High Guy, I appreciate you sending this into us. Again, this is a good one, so thank you for thinking of us. Thank you, girlfriend. Look at this. This is such a trip. Dex, feel free to give your feedback too. No sound. No trail. After this, it fades out. Unlike all of the other... Shouldn't this be leaving a trail that turns into clouds? Do you hear them?
It doesn't have any noise. It doesn't have any noise.
Which, mind you, would be a jet. If these were 3 jets that were doing formations, at some point you would hear noise, would you not? Meteors wouldn't turn in Coruscant. Again, different angle. You can see they walked around the other side of the house. It did not... this wasn't flying away from them. This was flying down. Oh my gosh. You know what just really creeped me out, Dex? Is that this reminds me of the scene out of Greenland. Oh my gosh, that reminds me so much of that scene. Of all of the jets kind of flying up and out, or I want to say in Greenland, I didn't know if those were spaceships or what, but that is so flippin' creepy.
It's funny how
Again, just to remind you at the beginning here. Look at the curve. One thing I didn't notice the first time is look at how the third, very back one kind of jumps forward. And it makes these weird, like, jutting advances forward. Watch it right here. It goes... The more, so I'll say this: the more you look at this video, the less you think that those are planes with jet with the, of course, lines coming out of them. I've looked at this close. Dex has looked at this close, and both of us were like, "That is flippin' weird." We've seen videos of
Totally agree.
Wouldn't you say we've seen videos of this turned in, but it was an asteroid, or we think it's an asteroid. But it's one. We never see two, let alone three.
Yeah, and
but
you
turning.
would think, oh, okay, maybe it's a plane, but then why are they together? But then when you see the zoom up, you're like, well, okay, maybe it's like a shooting star, but why is it all together and then it's curving, right?
How would it curve? That's what I don't understand. Is it something coming from out of space in maybe U.S. technology that's steering towards a place? In the atmosphere and it's burning up like Star Trek or something? Like, I don't know. That's weird. And it's in Aurora, Colorado. You are near, of course, you're near a lot of military stuff there. What do you think it is? Comment below what you think this video is. I'll be reading them afterwards. Great video. Again, that was the Mile High guy. Make sure to subscribe. It sounds like they are it was their girlfriend that knew about us. They are just, putting stuff on YouTube for themselves. So again, thank you, Mile High guy. Let's see here. Yeah, again, they contacted the news and they're asking FAA what the hell that was. Everybody else saw it too, according to Mile High guy. Adam Dex, I love you guys and the entire Foogle fam. This is the ISS Live App Earth Facing Cam, night side of Earth. I spend a lot of time watching the night facing side, as it leads me to believe that there are in fact solid objects we cannot always perceive. And then Dex, let's get our phones going here. If you want to line up the next caller. And remember, you can call in at 224-400-MARF. Looks like Cloud Pharrell is the next caller, and they've got a video. Apparently, this is the night-facing side video from ISS. Don't know exactly what we're looking at. It looks like they adjusted the...
You have to watch closely on that one where they're drawing the object moving. They keep showing you where it is.
Okay, so basically...
It's definitely hard to see when it's translated and rebroadcasted, so you definitely want to go watch the original, but in there you'll see a tiny white object that moves in a steady pace through that shot.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. I can barely see it on mine. So again, this is probably one that... Okay, okay, now I see it, but it's so hard. I don't think you'd be able to see this on a phone. If you do see this on a phone, go into your Chrome browser and then zoom in and physically pinch in and try to look at it. Why that matters is you see this object going, and this is supposedly the night side of the Earth as it's going through. But it also looks like they're taking a video of a picture screen. If you guys have a better clip of that, who was this? This was Prophecy Theorist. Please send it to us. I would love to see it. And then this is, again, the same sender. Let's see here. It says, Adam Dex mods, my love to all in the Foogle fam. This video is taken from the ISS as it approaches the day side of Earth. We'll wait a second to play this. let's get the next caller on. And then, again, thank you guys.
Hello.
Hi, what's going on?
Hi, how you doing?
Oh my gosh, hi Adam.
Hey, how are you doing? Who am I talking to?
Oh my gosh. I'm Chloe, but I go by Claudel for real.
Oh, well, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you again. And then, again, thank you so much for calling in tonight. Now, you have a video here. Can you explain what we're looking at?
That's a video. So this is Jamal talking now. This is her husband. I'm originally from the Bahamas. That video is actually shot in Nassau, Bahamas. That was actually, I don't know if you were playing 3 of them. I think we sent you like 3 of them. But those were like from 3 different parts of the island. The island is only 21/7. So everybody, when they saw that, everybody was like freaking out, don't know what's going on. This big light. But they were like, I don't know, just tripping over them.
Now, when was this, by the way?
This was about 4 days ago. So my wife usually watch you like religiously, like all the time. And the same night you went live with it, I think it was about 4 nights ago, we got the same videos that night. So when you first aired this, I think it was about 4 days ago, talking about the same thing. We actually took it, that video was actually shot that same night. I think it was about 4 days ago.
So are these your personal videos from the Bahamas?
Yes.
Wow.
Personal, I have like 98% of my family is still there, but I live in Las Vegas. But I travel there like at least like 4 or 5 times a year. I take my daughter back to see my family. But yeah, those are personal videos from 3 different folks.
Family.
3 different of my family members.
Whoa.
Family.
What in the? So they said this was a Trident missile, right? Wow.
We didn't know what it was in the Bahamas. They were freaking out in the Bahamas because they have no idea what that is.
There's one
And
point
then on the show,
you can see it.
On the show that you did the night that we got these, you had mentioned that they were a rocket, but they were all freaking out. We got all these videos, and then you had your show, and I was like, oh my God, what is it? Is it a rocket?
Well, let me
so
just.
We didn't know.
There's one part where you can see it.
You can actually see it like it was like a small little light, like just going away from a big cloud of thing.
Look at that. This is better than some of the news had. This is incredible.
Well, yeah, because it's island. It's from the islands. You know, they're out there, so they see like, you know, they get good visual, I guess. Like,
no, this
great.
is Cloud Forel. This is amazing. This is really funky. So, and this is supposedly what they said it was a missile, a Trident missile test.
Okay.
I'm starting to not believe it.
Yeah, it was crazy. I talked to my family and friends that when this was going on, like on the phone, and they were like, they don't know what was going on. They were assuming like a few other things that, you know, we can't be talking about, but they were freaking out about this.
So, so we have 3 different videos from 3 different family members here. Yeah. That is, wow.
So I actually have another video. I actually have 4 videos from 4 different. I actually have another one is actually a little longer, but they were just talking about. I mean, you would have to mute the audio also, but I actually have another video from a different angle.
I am actually.
So everybody on that
pulling that.
Like
up
I
now.
said, the island is only 21/7. The island is small, so everybody could see this thing going over the island.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where do you think this thing was headed? If you know the island, did they kind of tell you where this would be heading towards?
Towards the south, I would say the southeast end of the island. and that side that actually Nassau is actually only about it's like a 30-minute flight to Florida. It's like we're really close to Florida. And it was going on the southeast side of the island. So it could be, I don't know.
Where is Cape Canaveral from this? I'm sorry.
Cape Canaveral?
I'm sorry. Where is the Florida launch? Where is, as far as where they launch in Florida, from where you guys are this was in Bahamas?
I'm not sure where the Florida launch is, like where it's exactly located, because Florida, I mean, obviously Florida is big, but I know Key West is the closest point to the Bahamas, the closest point to the Bahamas.
I'm just wondering, like, they said it was a sub-launch test, and it just seems weird to me that so far could see it. I mean, it was just everywhere, and it was near Florida, of course.
Yeah,
and then so much south.
Yeah, and it's closer. Like I said, we're all of our islands, and that one particular island is actually, it's like a 30-minute flight to Florida. We actually have closer islands, which is called Bimini. You actually can see the light. You actually can see the light in Florida, the tower, if you're on a high enough point in Bimini.
Now,
but,
can I ask you guys a question? Now, what did your family think this was? You said they were freaking out. Did they think that this was a nuke, or what did they think? What was their first impression?
Let me see how I can say this. They were like, they were like spraying some stuff in the air. I know we can't really say a lot of things, but yeah, they were like, oh, so like I said, we're so close to the U.S. They automatically said the U.S. is spraying whatever.
So
they were like freaking out about.
They actually thought that this was something harmful being sprayed into the sky. Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, and they're not giving it, they don't give it any warning about anything, and they don't, like, tell the people, like, what's going on, and so they're, like, freaking out in the videos because, they're on the islands, there's 700 islands in the Bahamas, and there's a lot of people over there, and they're like, what is that? They're not, like, telling them what the U.S. is doing, and a lot of the Bahamian islands have now been taken over by some other countries.
Yes.
Also.
Yes. You are right.
So, they're just kind of like sitting over there, and they're like, well, what the?
Now let me.
This is not good.
Let me hear this audio real quick. I know that we said not to. I think it.
Yeah.
I want to hear this actually.
Maybe I ask them.
Oh my gosh. I see why you said it. Now I know why we're not playing it. Wow. So that's incredible. By the way, so
You didn't play that on there?
no, I played some of the audio, but yeah, I get why. And again, thank you guys. Your family was having a great time though. But what we're going to do is we're going to make this available for everyone to see and to hear on our website, marfooglenews.com. Thank you guys for sending this in, and thank you for thank you for watching us all the time. Thank you. It's a blessing to have you guys.
I love you, Adam, and thank you for helping us so much with preparing our family and our child and everything. You've done so much for us.
Well, thank you guys for watching. You guys have done a lot for us as well. Thank you for watching every show. What was that, sir?
So can I say one? So, and another thing, I mean, I'm going to try to say this without saying it on air, but they thought it, so we have another country that is actually, who has a base that is actually built on one of our islands, like a huge base. they're thinking it maybe came from them. They can actually do it. They actually maybe have the capabilities to do it. They have a whole huge base that is set up on one of our islands. Huge.
Now,
Huge.
Now that is a very interesting theory there. I want to look into this. And again, thank you so much for sending additional angles. Yeah. This is great to have firsthand video from multiple angles.
Yeah, so I'm gonna let my wife Chloe shoot you the article, what I'm talking about, so you can read it and see it yourself. But maybe you know about it. Who knows?
Okay, well, I would love to see it, and thank you. And again, we'll grab you, and if it's something either way, we're gonna put it on our website. Well, thank you guys. Much love, and thank you for watching.
And much love to Miss Marf as well, Adam.
All right, thank you so much. All right, bless you guys.
Good night.
Awesome people. This is the kind of stuff that I really love. And, there was one thing that was said. Somebody said that they wished that, some people wouldn't talk about certain things in their calls and that nobody wants to hear it. It's like, there's calls like this that come out of nowhere, and you get video that I'm sure the news would have used these videos. That shows an object kind of shooting out of the of course the tail end of it, and it shoots away from it, and then it's out there and you can see it. If you can't see it on here, you'll have to go to this video and look on a bigger screen because you can see it. If that is a Trident missile, you can almost zoom in 1,000 times and see it. I mean, these are amazing videos, and this is directly from people on the Bahamas. And they think that it might be a foreign country that may have launched this or whatever. And that's why I say we wouldn't know. If this was Russia or any other country, I don't know. Dex, do you know which country would have a base on the Bahamas? Either way, maybe look it up, and I'm trying to remember. But again, what was this? And even if it was a nuke, and maybe we could have shot it down, we wouldn't know. Go ahead.
Hey, yeah, were you asking what other country was over there?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's been conversations about about China having something over there, and that's what a lot of people have been speculating. There was articles about purchasing land and building a potential base, but also buying docks and things and ports, I should say, and then turning that into. I think that's what the reference is, if I understand it correctly.
That's great. So Ginger Erhard says it was launched from a sub. There are pictures showing it coming out of the water. So one thing that I would ask Ginger and anybody else that would say something like that is, how would you be able to match a video of a sub or even a picture, let alone, I'm assuming you mean video, a video of a submarine launching a video, which, by the way, most cases like this, it's classified tests that weren't even announced. Even if they did show you the video, they might be showing you stock footage. But even if they did, how would you know that that is the submarine, since it's underwater and you're just seeing a launch? How could you tell that different from the tens of thousands of videos of kind of sub-launched things? And if they wanted, I'm just saying, if they wanted to tell you it was that, they could literally just take a video of a sub in ocean with nothing behind it. Because, again, there's not going to be anything behind it. There's not going to be a city skyline. They're not going to launch it right in front of the city skyline so you know where it is. You're watching a video of a missile coming out of water in the middle of the ocean. So technically it could be any time or any day or anywhere. So to me, that doesn't concrete go, oh, well, it came out of a sub. If it did, that's fine. This is most likely a test. But one thing, my point is that if it was a nuke from another country or from somebody else, we wouldn't know it because it would be covered up. They would not tell us. They would not panic the country and say there was almost an accidental this or that. They've done it before, and then we find out 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, even 50 years later that they used the red phone and called each other and calmed down and everything else. But they do not tell you when it happens. Just like Hawaii in 2018, we still don't know what the hell really happened. A lot of people do not believe the official changing story that went with that. Literally the story changed like 10 times. The guy got fired / promoted / they found out he got promoted, so then he got demoted again, then he got fired, then he went to work somewhere else, when really it was a drop-down menu, confirm, drop-down menu, confirm, drop-down menu, confirm, when originally they reported, oh yeah, this emergency alert went out to the entire island, people were dropping their kids into manhole covers, into sewers, people were punching people off of motorcycles to drive to the beach, I guess, because there's no escape from Hawaii. People are writing books right now because their lives changed that day because they thought they were going to die in 40 minutes. That all happened because they first said somebody pushed the wrong button, like it was some sort of Diet Coke button on the desk or an easy button. No, it was a drop down. It's totally changed because once they wanted to do investigation and once people didn't shut up about it, they kept asking and they go, okay, well, show us this button. And they went in and investigated and they go, what do you mean? Oh, it's not a button. It's a drop down to another drop down to another drop down. Oh, you have to manually pick which kind of drop down? I don't believe it. And this looks like some sort of missile or some sort of space traveling something because of that trail. We've seen that on Trident and we've seen that on launches. So what was it? It was near Florida. It's weird. By the way, Martin Benjamin says, I love these Friday shows. Definitely keep eyes to the skies, Foogle fam. Again, if you don't like the Friday shows, you can always watch Saturday. Let's see here. Susan Donahue says, with many thanks and much love. Thank you and thank you. Thank you, guys. It's, again, I know that it's rough times for everyone. So thank you so much for your support as well. Understand that we are trying to build something. So, again, we're trying to find the best balance because we still have to make this. Otherwise, the whole thing is for nothing. I love these Friday shows. Thank you again, Martin Benjamin. There was one up there. Butterfly Babe says, love from the low country. As our good friend Jacob Israel says, seek the truth no matter the cause. Foogle for life. I love it. Thank you. That is very, very awesome, and I appreciate that. All right. Getting back into the videos. Let's see here. All right. This is UFO at SpaceX launch site. Jeff Hoffman sent this in. What the heck? What the heck? What in the heck? It looks like clouds, but there's a box. What in the world? Okay, that is a pretty good one. That's a trip. February 1st, 2219. There's a timestamp there, too. They're watching live television. It is the official feed of the SpaceX launch. Oh, that is spooky. And the sounds, I know the sounds are probably like a air conditioner or something, but man, does that not look like a cube of some sort, or even two two diamond-shaped craft just hanging out there, and they look like clouds. But maybe the clouds blew away next to them, and they're like, oh, crap. Okay, that one is a trip. What do you guys think about that one? I'm gonna go over to the chat and see if what do you guys think about that? Mortuary Manor, R.I.P. It's been a while. Sent you a Lubbock. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. Texas daytime UFO vid to Marfoogle Instagram DMs from Cosmo D. Cheers. I will check it out. Mortuary, thank you. Again, I actually remember your call. I remember you guys would be surprised, the people I remember from 3 years ago, 2 years ago. You guys matter a lot to me, so thank you. I will check it out, Cosmo D. I will make sure to check that out in my inbox. Hopefully we can get it on next show. All right, let's see here. Brandon Henschel says, great show, Marf and Dex. Cincy, thank you so much for your support over on D-Live. You don't have to do that, but I'll return the favor next time I see you live. Usually I'm seeing you on somebody else. One part about D-Live is we can't save those and we can't see those later. With YouTube, we can download. If somebody donates and we miss it, we can download that and we can actually play it later. With D-Live, we can't. I wish they would make something that way, because we always put the donations down here on the bar. But if somebody does something and we don't shout them out, it kind of sucks. In fact, I wish somebody over at D-Live would hear that out and figure out a way to do that. Teresa, Johnny Doom, thank you. J-Rick 110, thank you for following. John Andrew Sinclair, or John Andre Sinclair. What a cool name. Just followed. Thank you so much for following. Welcome to the Foogle fam. Vango54, hey, how are you doing? Really, really. Vashadow, Stoplight, and of course we've got Sunflowers, 8977. Thank you for following. Make sure to welcome new people in. Make sure to welcome them into the Foogle fam. And then, of course, Mockingbird, thank you. Stony Stone is in the house again. Thank you. Ears up. It's nice to see all of you guys over there. Dex, if you want to load up the next call, the number is 224-400-MARF. If you have a sighting call in tonight, not on a regular show. Again, this would be the time to call. All right, let's go over here. We have Ralph. Horizon shot from tonight. We have a video, apparently, of tonight from Massachusetts. The view from Massachusetts. We'll load it where this one went. Again, all of the videos are available on our website, marfooglenews.com. Thank you, Retta Squires. Clear in Michigan's Upper Peninsula and stars, but no moon, sending hubby out to find it. Love to Adam, Dex, and Moodle in the Foogle Floobs. Moodle in the Foogle Floobs. I like it. Marf 777. Okay, let me
Ralph, we're trying to get
there we go.
It's okay. You guys got from my information. If it's a problem, I don't need.
Ralph, you're on. You're live.
There we go. You're live, Ralph.
How you doing, Marv?
I'm good. So, what are we looking at here?
The capture is actually from San Diego. I live in Massachusetts a little. That's the only problem. I just want to be correct on what you're saying.
Okay, well, that's fine. So, this is the Horizon from tonight. What was special about it?
If you let it play, you're going to notice that there's many objects over on the right of the horizon. Green ones, white ones, yellow ones, pink ones. And I caught the same capture on another camera, and I think it was Texas, Windy City, Texas. So this isn't just happening in one place. It's obviously happening on our horizon, and I just feel obligated to do my part. I've been trying to call in for a while, and I'm kind of feel blessed that I finally got through tonight, because what I captured tonight is quite peculiar, as I would say.
Okay, so we're still watching it. You're panning from south to west, and we're looking
There's
at
another object in the west that's not supposed to. There's two objects that are connected to each other. I don't know exactly what I told on a couple of videos, so I don't. Did you say Marf 777?
Marf 777. Yeah.
All right.
And it's a 360 shot, I think. Yeah. Is this a 360 camera?
Yes. It's the only camera at this site that plays like this. So the horizon looks kind of weird, but that's our horizon. And these objects have been on the horizon for a while now. They're just a lot closer, and they're showing a lot more color. I've been watching it for, as you can see, I do have a channel, and it's just so close. And I know it's kind of odd talking about these things, and everybody, says you're fear factoring, but I feel obligated in my heart to share what I'm seeing. I do have a few, a small following, and I feel obligated to them. But it's, even more than anything, Marf, I told Dex that this is a spiritual thing in the sky. And if you go on to the next video, I'd appreciate it if you can have the time to go to the next video, because something happened last night that I captured. That's why I said I feel kind of blessed that I got through tonight, because what I captured last night is almost as important what I caught tonight.
Okay, I'm playing the second video here. Let's see here.
I'm going to turn you on so I can see exactly what you're playing. He told me to shut it off, but
okay. Well, there is a delay, so make sure to turn off the noise completely. The sound on your phone or TV.
Yes, sir.
So
are you watching the Raven one?
No, this one is G Willie. Okay, that's your channel, and it says the Ravens were here, or the Ravens here, brother.
Yeah. All right, watch on the right-hand side. You're going to see a raven's head manifest on the right-hand side. I don't know why it's not letting me into my channel. I mean, on my YouTube. But there's a bird's head. There we go. All right, watch on the right-hand side, Marv. This is incredible. You're looking at the I guess the glare from the moon, and this huge raven, which I told Dex too. There's another channel. I just watch the sky. That's my job. There's another channel that I've been talking with. He found me actually and told me to start watching out for this stuff, and it's coming to pass, and that's what's kind of freaking me out. And that bird, seeing that bird, and then if you go down a couple more, there's a scorpion.
Let me ask you a question. Is the bird in the white, are you saying that it's the shape of a bird? Oh, I see it. I see it. There's the eye, and there's the beak.
Yep, the beak. And the beak is holding something in its mouth. It's incredible, Marf, if you just take the time. Everybody doesn't give you a chance to even. That's why I appreciate you and some of your subscribers. They let people speak. You might learn something if they listen and put their egos down for a second.
The one thing to tell people is that you're looking in the negative space, not the white. I was looking at the white burst of light, not the negative space.
Yeah.
Over here you see the black, and you see it looks like a bird.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna head over to the third video. I think everybody got a good example of that one. Let's see here.
Now, this thing that I've been following, it manifests into anything to hide itself. And that's why last night when it did the bird, it was kind of weird because it never did something that big before where it was so obvious. And when I told Dex, I just take pictures and I watch the sky. There's another channel. His name is Ken McKellen, and he's the one. He studies ancient artifacts. He from all over the world, and he's very intelligent. And he can give you answers. I can give you pictures. We're not asking for anything other than just to come look and have an open mind.
Okay, wait a second. So what are you saying this one is?
You tell me, Marf. Your guess is as good as mine. This thing morphs into anything, Marf.
It says, "Look what I see," and I see a spider on the camera.
No, that's not a spider, Marf. That's in the sky, buddy. Yeah, everybody just thinks it's a spider. And if you watch it a little longer and you put my other captures together, you would definitely see that this is not a spider. You couldn't even find a spider that looks like that. I've already tried. I went through every Encyclopedia Britannica, and it ain't happening, Marf. Remember you were talking about them lines in the sky? Them frequency lines? These things have something to do with it, because if you look at him right there, I'm looking at him, he's got the same frequency lines that are in the sky. So somehow these things ride the frequencies. And I have many, 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 many captures, and all I'm asking is for an open mind. And this is good for me, because I feel like I'm reaching more than just my friends.
Well, no, and I understand that, but also you also have to let if a bunch of people are telling you they see a spider, you might be seeing a spider. When you zoom way out on it, because I'm looking at it on a tiny image and I see what looks like to be a spider walking across the camera. But I may be wrong. It's got 8 legs.
I say to that, if you still think that's a spider, then have a good day, and I pray for you, and hopefully you find something in life that I found, and that's God. And I'm telling you, this is a spiritual thing going on in the sky. These are fallen angel technology, and it's in the sky. They're not bugs.
Well, I'm not trying to offend you. I'm just saying it is a.
No. I believe me, you, Mark. Anything that comes out of your mouth, I take, as a grain of salt, like I take everybody else's. And I appreciate you letting me on your platform. And I tell everybody to take what I say as a grain of salt. If you see a spider, then you see a spider. There's people that see things and would want to take the time to look and investigate. And look at my other captures of these things on them same lines that you were talking about. These things ride on, and I have many captures of them. And I appreciate you taking the time. And like I said, I just do the captures. That other guy, Ken, the one that goes around the world and buys these artifacts and studies them. He's the one that acknowledged me and told me, hey, you're onto something. Take a look at this. So it's not just me. It's a couple pieces that are adding up, and I'm not embarrassed anymore to speak my mind and my heart, because I feel that everybody needs to see and at least give a chance before something happens, because obviously with these things that are riding on a horizon, and I think these things are here protecting us, because these things on a horizon have been riding us for months. And I've heard many of your friends come on here and say that these things are, and the radiation, these things have been here for months, Marf, and we can't figure out why they haven't done anything yet. And I think it's because of these things. If you go down, you can see incredible things that I caught in the last 2 days. Demonic thing. I didn't want to, scare people and put that off, but these things are actually clashing with them in the sky. It's amazing, Marf. And it's just, it's amazing. And you gave me my 10 minutes of fame, and I appreciate it.
No problem. Well, I'm also going to share Ken McKellen's channel and then your channel as well.
Yes,
both your channel and Ken's will be on our website. So you guys can all check both of their channels out. Again, Willie G. Is it Willie G or G Willie? G Willie. And Ken McClellan. Again, thank you for thinking about using your time to also help somebody else as well. I appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
And again, I'm not saying it is a spider. I'm saying whatever manifested looks like a spider walking across the camera.
Oh, it does.
But it very well could be
whatever
else it is too.
That's what it's trying to do.
It's
trying to hide and look like a spider.
We often see the most obvious stuff. We often miss the most obvious stuff right in front of us. Well, thank you so much, G Willie. I appreciate you, and we will make sure to send over the fam. All right. Have a good night. Let's see here. I appreciate everybody's perspective, and again, what I see, somebody else might see something completely different. That's why you need to have your viewers tell you what's going on. That's why, like I said in the beginning, I think it's great to have somebody tell you something that maybe you don't see or that you do see. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm doing something wrong here that I wouldn't have known unless somebody told me. So, but yeah, great videos, great shots there. Again, that was G. Willie and Ken McClellan. That was very nice of him to use his time to show somebody else's as well. All right, if you want to support us in a different way, folks, this is, again, something that I believe will eventually save lives if we go through an EMP, and I hope we never do. But again, it is something that we firmly believe is a huge thing in our lives. Again, we are at risk for an EMP. We know this. We know that our grid is completely vulnerable. There's a way to protect yourself. Go to EMP Shield through our website, marfooglenews.com/EMP, and you'll get a discount. You'll also get one of the devices, the same company that is helping protect DHS, DOD, and now the DEMSO team helping protect Texas Grid. You can actually wire these into your house, your car, whatever else. I won't skip this, though. You guys, make sure, if you can't afford one, make sure to go out and fill out for the contest. There's multiple ways to enter, including daily bonus entries. Make sure to go check that out. If you just want to order one for your car, boat, ham radio, or house or generator, just go to marfooglenews.com/EMP. All right. Let's go to the next video, Dex. If you want to pop in, I know one of these was the one that you thought was kind of a trip. Now we're going to be showing strange object over Colorado mountains. Second video. So let's see here. It says, Marf and Dex, I've been a viewer since February 2018. Love you both. I captured this in the Colorado mountains, Idaho Springs. It was hovering west near or above the Continental Divide. I initially thought it was a plane, but it did not move for more than 2 hours. I took video with my Samsung S9 Plus, magnified it, and it appears to be spinning, and it looks like organic material. The colors were also surprising, and I've taken many still shots of the object, and it looks like it changes as it spins. Let's just go full screen on that.
I am not moving my phone whatsoever, although it's very cold and windy. What is this?
I want to pause this for a second. JBM, thank you. And people have gotten on my case about talking about asteroids so much and talking about what's going on. Whether if some people that think the opposite of me and they think that space doesn't exist, I am totally open for them. I love being friends with all kinds of people, no matter what they believe. One of my mods does not believe the shape of the planet is the same as the belief I have. It doesn't matter. We can still be friends. We're really close, right? We're all cool with each other. It doesn't matter what they think compared to what I think. It doesn't matter to me. Do they make me laugh? Are they trustworthy? Are they loyal people? I don't care about that. When I talk about the asteroid, it doesn't matter. Maybe you're right. Maybe the other people are right. This is the thing that bugs me is the people that think that way, they don't want to hear about it. I would rather know than not know. And from what we've received, including the woman we vetted, the 100% vetted, said that they are putting money, and by they I mean FEMA and others, into the aftermath of something coming down. So I'm going to tell as many people as possible, and I'm not going to stop. Look at everything we've put together here. And you might have to watch a 2-hour show 5 days a week for 2 years to figure it out, because that's what we've done. We've looked at every single article every single day for 3 years. A lot of people say, oh, I'm well researched. You don't spend as much time as us because this is our job. We literally spend all day looking at everything. And the smartest people, they archive it and they remember. They always remember these older things, and then they touch back on them. JBM says, thank you for everything you do. The asteroid activity is all related to the book of Revelation. Revelations 8, 8, 9, 8, 10, 11. They are trying to save the seas, oceans, and rivers from God's wrath/plan. Off-world activity is the elite trying to escape his wrath. I think you're right. And I also think that they know something is up. I also know they know something is up. So I'm going to continue to talk about it because I don't care what anybody else thinks. I mean, I do care what people think, but I don't care if they say I'm wrong. We weren't wrong about the current event, which we called 4 months before it. And I'm not trying to pat myself on the back. I'm trying to tell new people, I hope people are listening, because we have the people, the right people. The bow on the package, this show may look silly, and it is silly sometimes, but we're telling you the truth. There's a lot of other people that focus on these hard-hitting, like, I'm going to, stab you in the face and get kicked off of YouTube. We're a little bit more subtle, and we put out a lot of stuff through our website and through everything else. So I hope people are paying attention. I hope people see what we see, because it's really, you have to wake up. It's like they live. You have to snap out of it. You have to snap out of the droning sleep they have us in. And once you do, you want to push snooze as hard as you can, but you can't. Thank you, Jay. Thank you again. Thank you, JBM. Whitetail. And even, so again, even if I'm wrong about the shape of the earth or whatever, maybe there's nothing out there. They're definitely planning something, so whatever they want to call it, that's fine. I'm still going to prepare for whatever is about to happen. That's for damn sure. This was The Body and Soul, and you can tell me in the comments below what you think this is. Again,
very cold and windy. What is this?
What I think is weird is maybe it's because of the zooming in, zooming out. Or the focus breathing. I don't know. I don't know what that is.
It's more what it looks like with the naked eye, and then I expand it. And this is what you see.
That is weird. This was Body and Soul. Just to show you. All one word, The Body and Soul. Make sure to go over and love mob The Body and Soul. All one word. THEBODY Soul 1. All right, and then it says down here, Orb in Magna, Utah. Magna UFO. And then Dex, if you want to get the next caller on or lined up. Again, the number is 224400 Marf.
See, like, when you look at it from right here, that shit's flashing.
Yeah.
Is it moving? I'm not moving. That shit's moving. No, I'm not. I'm holding still.
Even the husband's like, you're moving. No, I'm not.
Adam, we have Peepo 3 on air.
All right, Peepo 3, you are live on Marfoogle News. Magna UFO is playing in the background. Hey, how are you? What's going on, Peepo?
Good, how are you?
I'm fantastic.
Came across this kind of crazy video that I thought I should share with everybody.
Okay, let me go in, and I'm assuming Dex has the link there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in there. It's a Twitter link.
Okay, perfect. Let me... Oh, weird. Okay. Oh, this looks like it's going to be good. Okay. I am putting it on right now. So what are we looking at here?
This was the moon setting filmed by a Russian cosmonaut. And it's pretty trippy. The moon just kind of flattens and then disappears. Kind of makes me think the hologram thing.
Oh my gosh. Okay, this is weird.
Is that not weird?
Wait a second. Okay, wait a second.
Yep.
Like it's on some sort of, what do you call it? Like a rolly... What in the world? Or what in... This is by Rupley.
That's wild. Yes.
This is by Russian official news just put this out. So
yes.
Wait, this is... Where is the moon going according to the Russian cosmonaut?
Supposedly it's setting.
Behind where?
I don't know. It doesn't look like it's setting. It looks like it's flattening and then just vanishing.
Why is it curving like it's on a roll of paper?
Yeah.
Okay, that is super weird.
And the fact that they released this too, it's pretty weird.
Like through actual Russian-funded government media.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, did you notice there's something else that happened there? Do you remember the moon wave? You should look at this very carefully.
Yes.
Do you remember the video of the moon wave where it was triple
the lunar wave.
Was it Triple Crow 7 or something? Was that the channel that did it?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember where it was Secure Team 10 did a video on it. It showed this kind of ripple go through the moon. It happens in this video. I swear on everything right here. Watch very slowly.
Oh, yeah.
It happens right here. And you see it go. Oh, that is so trippy. That is so flippin' weird. Okay, that is creepy. Peepo 3, good catch. I can't believe I didn't see this.
All right.
Why did nobody send this to me?
Yep.
What do you think it is? Do you think it's because it's on a paper roll?
Yeah. I think that's what it is.
Well, that is a trip. Hey, Peepo, by the way, you've been with me a long time. Have you not?
Yep. Almost since the beginning, yeah.
Well, thank you so much for sticking around and,
Yep, I don't miss the show.
Thank you so much. Seriously.
All right.
You have my back anytime. All right, bye-bye. I meant I have her back anytime. Obviously, she has my back. She's been here almost every show for 3 years. Let's see. Is that not a trip? I mean, that is a trip. That is a huge, huge trip. A giant roll of teepee, says Winton, not Winston. Winton. I've never seen that name. Winton. It's like Winton without the lisp. Winston. You get it. Kathleen Sims, it's nice to see you. It says, made it live. That is great. That is really awesome. Square Clouds Photos says, I saw the square cloud on your show tonight. I'd seen these square clouds on radar. So Dex, are you saying that this that Kathy didn't want to call in but had some cool pictures? Is that
Yeah, so Kathy sent this to me, and she sent it she sent me an email with this information. She couldn't call in.
Okay, let's see here.
So take a look at the pictures, though. I think she captured this in the past and got screenshots of it. So it's just another example of that, what we saw. Remember, we just saw this.
No way. Okay, so we just saw this on the video that he took of the SpaceX launch. Look at this trip and a half. You're about to see it here in a second. It looks like the Borg. And remember, they're doing the Skyborg operation now. That's what they're calling the AI Air Force program, is the Skyborg. Like, really, they call it the flippin' Skyborg. All right, go, watch this. So this is one picture. Look at it. Would you look at it? Just look at it. Just take a look at there. Just look at it. Just look at it. Okay. What explanation is there for that? That is really, really flipping weird.
Take a look at the continent, and I'm not sure where that is, if it's maybe coming off of Africa, because it's hard to see it all. But nonetheless, put it in perspective, the size of that square cloud, that's huge.
That would be, I mean, this is between cities right here. So
yeah, so that's pretty big. I don't know, I can't see what that is. I can't even see the names. But yeah, if you just look at that,
that's hundreds of miles. That's hundreds of miles. That looks like the size. I mean, it looks like Russian names almost. This is a continent, but this is between multiple cities. That's an object that's hundreds of miles wide, looking like the Borg cube, and it almost looks like it's going in the actual clouds are kind of swooshing. What do you think it is, Foogle fam? I would love to hear it. Put in the chat below. Seriously, what the F, says Bob Dobbs. Kathleen Sims, again, thank you for making it live. LCJC, thank you for modding. WV, thank you for modding. Rip Curl, thank you for modding. Recalcitrant, thank you for heading over there. A lot of people are I've noticed that there's less people on D Live nowadays. Possibly because there's less creators over there, I guess. Kihaja Flygirl says, gee, Willie, that Raven was awesome. I agreed. Gee, Willie's, I saw it right away. Once I started looking in the negative colors, I did see it. Mystical Misfit, Reverend Josie Wales, thank you. Babinchok, thank you for following. New people all around, thank you. I am Z. Mockingbird. Brandon Henschel, thank you guys for supporting tonight. And Johnson, thank you for gifting a sub to Mr. Organic. Let's pop over and make sure that we call out. That's awesome. We were right there at the top there. Kaja Flygirl says, square cloud looks like processor chip in the sky. Sup, Adam and Dex, love Fridays, says Burgermaster. Humpty Dumpty. Well, that's another point, too. Shannon71 says, I am new to D-Live. Make sure to welcome Shannon. Make sure that she knows that this is where she should be. Really, really. Susan Big, much love to everyone. Chaos 4132. Johnson, thank you for being number 1 so far over on D-Live. Kaja Flygirl, thank you for being number 2. Brandon Henschel, thank you for being number 4. Cincy, if you're still around, thank you for being number 4 as well. And then, of course, Road to Hana. I am sorry I missed your comments there. Thank you so much for being on the board there. And then this month, Tower Bear is number 1, Gone Girl number 2, Zippy Moons number 3, Lisa K number 4, Stormy Weather number 5. Amy R, which I haven't seen in a while. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming in. And Kelly2334. I hope you guys are all doing well. And if you're watching the replay, love you guys. And thank you so much for supporting independent media. All right. Well, let's get back to the videos. That was Kathy's pictures just sent in. That's another cool thing. If you don't want to talk on the show and you just want to send in some cool stuff that you saw, make sure to go over and you know how to do it. Just go to our website for contact info. All right, this was sunset changing colors like it was pulsing. No filter, strange. Says, I was filming the sunset here in Las Vegas, Nevada late last year when I noticed the sunset changing colors. It's from a camera phone, and I was holding it as steady as I could. It was the first time I ever caught the sun pulsating. Maybe someone has had the same experience. Okay, first of all, that's quite a change, actually. Watch. Glitch in the Matrix, maybe? I kind of want to hear the audio for this.
Hey, Randall.
No, you don't love me. You don't love me.
I don't know why. That's just... You don't love me. Hold on.
No, you don't love me.
That's so something I could... Miss Marf would say like, hey, come look at this. No, because you don't love me.
Hey, Randall.
No, you don't love me. You don't love me.
Jacob. Come here, Jacob.
I don't know why. That's so funny to me. Look at it. It's changing. So first of all, you could say if this was on a DSLR that maybe they were changing the white balance, but this is a cell phone, and the cell phone white balance doesn't exactly work like that, and it wouldn't. So at least I don't think so. I'm pretty experienced with regular cameras. You know, somebody like Gem or somebody else that does photos, photography and videography, does that look like something that could be done without steps, without harsh going click click? It does seamlessly go to like almost, you know, goes from 56K to like 92,000. I just don't see a phone doing that.
Hey, Randall.
No, you don't love me. You don't love me. I'll get you on.
That is so weird.
Come here, Jacob.
I would like to also point out there's this one little white spot up here that's kind of weird.
I like the blue area much.
And the color on the chimney, the reflection. Also the lights do not change color. If you change the white balance, the lights would look different. That's what trips me out about this. The lights stay the same, and they're fluorescent lights. See that? The lights are the same. That is weird. What would that be caused by? And it goes from back to then to it goes completely blue and then boom. I mean, you could say that the clouds are covering it, but I don't know. That's a trip.
Technically, the clouds are what makes the color, right? It's the reflection of the sun through the atmosphere on the clouds that generate the different hues you see. And you would expect to see that color change as the sun set, but to see it change so rapidly is probably a rare phenomenon or something strange going on that it's pulsing, right?
Yeah, like it could be it going through the atmosphere, and I'm sure some scientists would have some sort of excuse of why it did it. Here's the thing. We've seen in the last few years, caught on tape, since cameras and since camera phones, we've seen things that look absolutely crazy, and scientists and experts say, no, actually that's not a hoax. That's a rare phenomenon. So I never know. Like you never know.
Yeah, like square lightning, right?
Exactly. Well, and we found out what square lightning is, right? That's shutter speed.
Yeah, it was the shutter. What's it called? Shutter delay or something? Shutter effect?
It's the shutter speed. So when phones, whatever the light was, the lightning, it was it's basically when your camera it has a shutter skip, or god dang, what the heck?
It says it goes across the pixels and it captures a whole row of pixels from top to bottom, which looks like a square or looks like a rectangle because it's capturing them all at the same time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because we saw the
rolling
square
shutter. That's the
rolling shutter
because it rolls across. It either rolls up and down or it rolls left to right depending on the way the orientation of the camera
exactly
is. Yeah.
Thank you. Miss Marf is in the house. My wife is in chat. Make sure to say hello over on DLive. Meme Man, thank you so much. 1984. Thank you for hosting us. I appreciate every person you send. Again, introducing a single person is a huge deal to me, let alone sending multiple people over to the channel. Thank you so much. That's why I always say, these small creators talking about subs and subs and subs, and I need more subs. Are your subs commodity? Like, can you buy and sell subs? They're human beings. That kind of bothers me. Mrs. Marf, my mom always did it and can't have it without. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, Mrs. Marf. People think I nuts, didn't know it was so weird. Truth is out there. Hey, Veteran Steve. Hello. Thank you so much for shouting that out, too. Thank you for letting us know, too. Revelation 1776. The sun is setting, and that's what's making it darker and lighter. But so quickly, says Daisy Cutter. Well, exactly. Yeah, no, I've seen a lot of sunsets, and I'm sure you guys have, too. Does it change that quickly? Maybe we didn't see a cloud going in front of it, but... Okay, let's stop that. Wow, this is a tornado in Montana. It says, this video is from not this last summer, but the one before, taken in Montana by an older iPhone. Just after the 2 minutes mark, you can hear me say, whoa, just after it happens. There is red-orange laser thing in the clouds. I have had other people look at this video, even Mr. MB333. He found a tornado that we hadn't seen while recording. And they have given many explanations. If you look close, you can see my window partially rolled down in the car, so it's not a reflection because it is above the open part of the window. Also, you can see something kind of hanging in the upper left part of the vid about the same time as the laser thing. I did make a clip on my channel that I zoomed in and also lightened it up a bit so you can see that the glowing thing hanging there. If you want more info, please let me know. Thank you guys for everything you do. All right, this is, of course, just a girl Again, make sure to love mob just a girl, just space a space girl. And this is the video, and it looks like there's a literal tornado there. Right there. That's a tornado right there. That's freaky. Right here. Okay, I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna go to the 2-minute mark here too. I wanted to. I reshaped the screen because I think it was hindering us seeing what was actually needed to be seen.
Whoa. That was like red and orange on the camera.
By the way, a comment on that last video, Renee Garcia says, yes, I work as a director in Hollywood. Very easy to do with a bad phone camera. My cheap Samsung phone does same thing. Just bad camera. It changes colors with the phone. I guess. I mean, I know a lot about cameras. I'm not a director or anything, but again, I don't claim to be qualified with a phone, though. I guess they're a bit different. Very well could be, but what would be the point, right? Just to send it in and have other people think that? I guess in real life, why would you have people come over and say, hey, look at what's on my phone screen? Or are they doing it specifically for it? Just to send it in. Don't know. I guess I don't see the motivation there. Yep. Hold on. Let me turn that. Sounds like it's copyrighted. Okay, it says February 5th, 2021, about 10 minutes after sunrise in the east, high above the sun, a bright object appeared. Mercury and Phoenix. Black and bear. Venus. Gosh, I don't know why Venus was so hard to say. We're lower on the horizon, not visible in the day. Okay. Let's see here. I was trying to see where this bright flash was. Let's see here. Hold on. I'm going to see if there's timestamps again here. Okay, so there's also a picture. What's great about our website is we can put this here so we can... And then all of these pictures are available for you to look at. Oh, whoa. Weird. What a trip. Apparently, God is peeling an onion in space and crying. Or maybe he's just watching what is going on Earth. It's weird. It almost looks like a, what do you call it? A fetus of some sort. Or like an egg yolk or something. So these are the images zoomed in and processed. How weird. If you want to look at these photos for yourself, you can go ahead and go to marfooglenews.com and you will see that they are all there for you to watch and to look at. This is, of course, Freaky Friday, so all videos are submitted by you, the viewer. Again, if you want to submit videos for next week's episode, make sure to go to play my video up at the top. You can actually click right here and you will get to the submissions page. By the way, if you guys want to support during the show in a different way, you can also go through PayPal and it shows up live, and that is another way to super chat. Or if you want to support us in any way like Amazon, that would be appreciated. We were trying to balance a way that we can actually, again, do some sort of... basically, we need to earn money at the same time. That's just being honest. But we also need to balance out not doing it too much and make sure that we obviously pay attention to the viewers that have been here for 3 years and have been loyal to us. We listen to you very closely. So we do make sure, but you guys, obviously, if you've been here a long time, you understand that we're trying to grow and we're trying to do big things. So with big things requires big money. So thank you guys for supporting us. All right, let's see here. Let's go back to the videos. For whatever reason, this is like jumping around on me. But you guys probably don't know this, but we're in a storm right now. I've heard several thumps while we've been live here. We have a huge winter storm happening, and I'm actually happy. I'm in the basement, so it's probably all quiet, but up there, all sorts of things, including our gazebos, probably flying away. And I'm very happy to say that we have not lost power. This house, we've lost power more times than I've lost in the last 20 years. Living every other place I've lived, including some of the places that were in like this weird zone. This house, and including, we have underground power. So I don't understand why we lose power. Maybe it's because we're underground, so the power is all routed from, these main lines that are going through that are above ground. And then if you lose power that way, basically if one breaks, then it knocks out whole areas. I don't know. I don't know how that works, but I would assume if it's underground for a certain amount of area, then it has to be above ground. And if you knock that one tower down, it knocks everywhere else out. It's very weird. That video, again, was sent in by Just a Girl. Make sure to check it out. And then we have 2020 New Year's Eve UFO in Central Florida. Oh, okay, that was the last one. First, a bright flash in the sky. This is RE55, one of my favorite YouTubers. Again, somebody I watch. They actually watch us as well, so that's awesome. Make sure to go check them out. They do amazing jobs. Okay, so that was this. That's why I assumed that this was music. So hold on. I think we did skip one. This is RE55. This video and the processing process behind those photos are all there. So there's that. So we need this one.
Yep. Damn, it's going behind the tree. You can kind of see.
What's up, KS4132, watching from Santa Cruz, Cali. Claire Bear, finally caught alive, been watching replays.
Behind the tree. You can kind of see it. It's not showing up.
It never does. Okay, do you hear the kid in the background saying, "What is that?" That's why the thing is stuff doesn't show up on the phone. I've seen stuff like that. When I take video of it, I'm like, gosh, why doesn't it catch it? I wish cell phone cameras were as good as, say, like RE55's, Nikon 1000. And they will get to that point very soon. But I mean, like for this one, when I see a video and you see 10 people looking up at the sky at something, that's something obviously those people all think is crazy. But you just don't get the same perspective with the phone. You can hear the kid in the background.
You can kind of see it. It's not showing up. There it is again. That is not blinking, guys. It's staying lit. Like a rocket booster, but it's flying horizontally.
That has to be a UFO.
I love that kid.
No blinking red or green lights. It's almost due west right now. No idea what this thing is, but we saw it. Was it 2 years ago, honey?
Yeah.
on the 4th of July. Now it's gone.
Okay, so another thing, legally, you're supposed to have the red and green. It shows, well, you're supposed to have all sorts of lights legally, but red and green so another plane knows which direction you're going, whatever side. If they see red, green, they know you're flying this way. If they see green, red, they know you're flying that way. I've seen items like that as well. And what is really crazy, ever since 2006 on 4th of July specifically, I have seen these red objects, and they're not. People have said, oh, maybe they're Chinese lanterns. These things have done formations, and I have seen it. And it's always on 4th of July. Do you think that if it is UFOs, do you think that they visit to see our show? What is even more of a trip is what if secretly, they kind of, the government and everybody pushed us to do these shows, and the shows are really for the aliens to see. It's like us appeasing our UFO friends. Just a trip, because the whole world does fireworks at different times. I just thought, interesting idea. And then we have Sonic Fox says, a red UFO flies from the south to the north in the western sky while fireworks go off in the background. Isn't that weird? Another one. So two different videos. Oh, that one is a trip. Okay, this one's a good one. That's really fast. Dex, is this the same day?
Well, I don't know if it's the same year, but they both said 4th of July, right?
Okay, that is a flippin' trip. And it looks way too fast to be a Chinese lantern. Although this one, I would say, looks more like... Okay, that's a trip. Are these completely separate people? These are separate people, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's not cool. We have two different people. What state is this? Does it say what state? That would be the kicker. If they're both in Florida, no big deal. I guess Red Sonic Fox, I would love to know what state that was in. And if it was in Florida, could be the same one that the previous people saw. Wait, yeah. New Year's Eve. Wait a second. No, that one says New Year's Eve. This one doesn't say 4th of July. It just says... I wonder if this one was... What's the date on this video? Now I'm curious. No, one was on July 4th, 2019, and one was on New Year's Eve. What a flippin' trip. I wonder, like, if when we do fireworks, there's these weird things. The easy out and the easy explanation would be like it's a Chinese lantern. Do you think it's a Chinese lantern? I don't know. Meme Man 1984. Thank you for the ice creams. Thank you for the lemons. Nana Deborah, the truth is out there. I'm a unicorn. Thank you for the ice cream. Mrs. H, I appreciate you. Mrs. Misfit. Mystic Misfit. Thank you.
And Adam, we're running out on YouTube.
Okay, cool. Well, we are
4 over.
We have one video left, so we'll play it on the way out. You can clearly see stuff is up there. This is DubJ315, which always has great videos. If you haven't checked out his channel, he's a great YouTuber. We are now going to say goodnight. And it looks like... Dex, we're going to put all of the super chats. If you did do a super chat on YouTube, it doesn't look like I missed any. But if we did, they will be on the next show on the scroller. Thank you for everybody who did support. Again, it's not required. It is appreciated. All right. We're going to say goodnight. This is he always has really good videos. He has the same camera that RE55 has. Check this out. It is now time officially for the shoutro. It's not an outro. It's not an shout out. It's a shoutro.